The same Alhaji Atiku Abubakar came out and said Nigeria has become the capital of unemployment in the whole world. Do you believe him? And then if it is true, what do you think the government should do, and what do you think the Nigerian youth also should do?
You know one thing with Nigerian leaders, if they are at the head or at the helm of government, they won't proffer solution that time. But if they are among the spectators, that is when they will see the solution. Atiku was vice president to Obasanjo 1999 till 2007. I think I'm right. So how many youths did Atiku employ? Atiku was busy privatizing public corporations, public companies, federal companies. Atiku was busy privatizing NEPA, NITEL, NNPC during his time. Now he has seen the solution towards unemployment. He's ordering federal government to create jobs for the youths. While when he was there, what was he doing? He was busy fighting Obasanjo. Yes, Obasanjo's third term agenda. I think understand. He has not seen the solution towards employing youths then. Now he has come out. Let me tell you, I don't paint him good. Atiku, Buhari, all of them, they are the same. Atiku would have advised the youth to hold the bull by the horns. Come into the mainstream. Create your own political platform so that you will partake, so that you will change Nigerian society, so that things will be well with us. Not happen on creating job for youths. You understand? When you know that internet is there, musical company industry is there, that attracts all attentions from the youth. So what Atiku is saying now is just like announcement after the real church service, because everybody is after the word of God. When the church closes, the other things we are saying is just an additional thing, but what we after the true word of God. He did not say the main thing the time he should say it. Now he's telling us, he's suggesting a profound solution to Nigerian problem. While he was there, he did not do anything. So I think Atiku should go and sit down. If you ask me, come 2023, Atiku should go and sit down. Atiku should not think of contesting, because no youth is going to vote for all these old vultures. They are expired, expended. Their brain have been utilized. They are no longer active. They think so archaic. They think so selfish. None of them is altruistic. All they know is their family, their wives, their children, their pocket, their company. Atiku should have advised federal government to help him to seed intel to the youths. He should have asked federal government, please help me. Let me carry intel at Apapa and give the Nigerian youths to manage. Atiku, you should invite 1 million youths, go and employ them in your company, Intel. Your school in Adamawa, carry the whole youth. Send away, sack all those American lecturers there. Employ Nigerian youths. At least we have millions of graduates. There are millions of people that can do well. You understand, on the field of academics. Somebody like me, I can. If you employ me there, I must fulfill one of the gaps there. So you don't need to advise federal government on what to do. You can do it. I think you have enough money. You made money from custom. Start doing what? Industrialization of Adamawa. Build companies, industries. Employ Nigerian youth with your money. Not stacking your money at various banks, ABSA, ABSA, AAB of South Africa, where their money, America, everywhere. Do you understand? Build industries, employ Nigerian youths. Atiku should go and sit down. I don't buy anything he's saying. I don't buy into it.
Wow, Atiku was in a government with Obasanjo government. They started it, they ended it. Why? What does he do during his own tenure as the vice president to the plenty potential presidents? Chief Olusegun Obasanjo that time that let's create more employment. He has no reference point to say, okay, when I was the vice president, this is what I advised my president. That is true concerning employment, and this is the record to support it. What he's saying now, I did not. It does not have any point, no ground at all. He has no any ground to say so, because when he was in power with the president, what is contribution in the area of unemployment? Yes. So could I use that to substantiate his advice now? It's just like a medicine after death. That's all.
How many people working? Have you gone around? Go and check. How many people working? Let me tell you. I think that is talking. They are the people who bring this country down. So because his opportunity has not got to that place, that's why he's talking like this. But we all know how many people working on that government. Go and check. We are all roaming about. Even those who are working, they have not been able to pay them. So he's right.
So what do you now think youth should do? What do you now think Nigerians should do about unemployment?
Do you have the youth? Is it the youth that is lamenting here? All these people here, are they not youth? Is it the youth that is playing Baba Jebu? You see them for Baba Jebu place. Is it the youth that is always, you see them arguing when they have one bottle on top of table? One we say is the manager of Chelsea. The other one says the manager of Mayo. You see them arguing. When they argue, they smoke Igbo there. After Igbo there, marijuana, rubber, they sleep there. That is the youth. The youth don't have focus. The youth are not thinking. We have a lot of jobs. If government cannot provide job for you, why don't you look for a job for yourself? We have a lot of job. Job like clearing of gutter, they will pay you. A job like a farm. If you cannot clear gutter, go to farm. Go and learn work. Go and learn capital. Go and learn this thing. How many youth agree to learn work nowadays? All you see the youth tonight is to grow beards like a Muslim people, like Imam. See them growing beards, long beards. I see their Imam now. Go and check them now. A lot of youth have entered internet, Yahoo, frustration. They don't know what they are doing. Is that Nigeria need to wake up. Nigeria need to wake up, seriously. Wake up means that, like the NSAS, the way they did that NSAS, if they can get up, agree, form one party, form one party, they can even name it NSAS party. The old men will be afraid to face them. Let them form one man. Like, if you see, the problem is that they will never agree. Look at the one they just formed last 2019, where you have Kisley, you have the young stars, young people there. All stars come together. At the end, they end up fighting themselves. They go. The youth are not serious. They are even worse than even the old men. Where I found out now, is it the governor of Kogi State? It's a youth. The man is just making noise for television. Is it the speaker, Bajamiala, who is saying want to lie down? So the boy will be matching him on the ground there. Is it the Lawan, the Senate president? Are they not youth? But look at them. What are they doing? The youth are most worse. All they know is to grow beards, like Ojukwu. Ojukwu, when Ojukwu has beards, he's a star, he's a hero. But all these people, they are not heroes. They carry beards. They don't know what they are doing. They smoke Igbo. They see them in Japalo, see them in what is your small money? So, even conductor, they are not doing the game. So things are worse. The youth are not ready to take their destiny on their hand. The youth are not ready to take their destiny on their hand. Like my brother was saying, the Igbo being left out. If you check investment of Nigeria, Igbo has 75%. They don't have time for government. Igbo, I love them, but they need to unite with the country so that we go far. I don't understand me. Instead of creating your own division, your security, and your people are dying, why don't you come together? Let's rescue this nation from this useless cabal, who are these old men who don't know what they are doing.
Why mustn't he say that? The world told you. They according to, say there is a way the world do their thing. they keep on giving you statistics. Like one time they said Nigeria, Lagos State is the worst state to live in and succeed all over the world. The worst city to live in and succeed all over. But they never let Nigerians to hear that. They stopped that information. They will tell you Nigeria is the war capital, poverty capital of the world. Are they wrong? So if Atiku should say that, it's just saying what those organizations under UN said. So he's not wrong. Is he wrong? And the rate of unemployment, especially this particular regime, is alarming. It's unlike before. You understand? So he's not wrong. It's not wrong. I don't know why they are making order. Is it the problem we have now? The problem we have now is Buharism, Islamization of the country. Imagine a nation they are talking about a Christian school. They are saying hijab, mentioning hijab in a Christian school. Is it not Islamization? Can you tell me the president of the nation telling you that all the whole people that speak full outside here, they are not Nigerians? Telling you Nigerians, Chadians, Malians, Sudanese, when they enter here, they become Nigerians. They give them homes. They create homes for them. By force, they will go to communities and, release the land and give it to these people. If you fail to do that, they will kill you.
That is true. It's glaring that is true. Look at Nigeria. Nothing is happening to Nigerian youth except some very few individuals who probably have somebody somewhere that's okay, take this for the start or come and start from somewhere. It's not like in Nigeria. Sorry to describe this country like a desert. Sorry to say, a desert where animals live. Each day, each of them comes up with how to survive. If the lion can catch another animal, he kills it. If the crocodile can say a fellow this thing and a lesser powered animal, he kills it. That is just the best way to describe this nation. You wake up without a sense of direction of where you are going or how to do it. Even if you have your personal dreams and vision, there are other basic things that should be in place for you to capitalize on and, you know, actualize your dreams. Nigeria is not like that. It's not like that. So the thing is becoming a problematic on daily basis, which is being perpetrated by our leaders. Sorry to digress. Now we heard that they are proposing another loan from China. Why? Why? We don't have reason to, you as a man, if you don't have money to feed your family, and the first time you go for a loan, what are you supposed to do with the loan? To put it into a productive venture that will make you to start having enough money to feed your family and start paying back for the loan. Do you take a loan and spend it? Then when you broke again, you want to take for the loan without adequate plan on paying the one you've taken, or putting things in place to start generating money. A productive nation will run into a problem and think of how to solve the problem within the citizen, not running to borrow. By the time you run out of borrowing, what would you do? Then the country will be into more chaos. So the country now, as it is good, is productive. Okay, it has the prospect of being productive. If only we have right thinking Nigerians who saddle the responsibility as leaders.
You see, all these leaders, what they are stuck in trade is to play to the gallery. They want to be on the side of the public. They want, because I think we still have interest to contest the 2023 election. Just like Tulumbu will be telling you that we are tired of fasting. It's not because they love Nigerians. It's because he wants to be on the side of the masses. Because he needs their votes. In the same vein, an Atiku will speak in the manner that he will be seen to be assuaging the mind of ordinary citizens. But in their heart of hearts, they are only looking for their pecuniary interests. Because if for any reason you want to bring about dividends of democracy to the people, you had opportunity to rule this country as vice president. So what did he do to, at a point, what is it called? Obasanjo gave him the leeway to handle the economy. All the privatization they did under that regime, he was the one piloting it. My own is that whether a Tinubu, whether an Atiku, whether a Jonathan, they are all failures. We need young generation to take over the reign of leadership of this country. Until we do that, if we continue recycling all these old politicians, we continue getting the same results. Because it's like a cartel. So I'm not swayed, I'm not deceived, I'm not being cajoled by a sugar-coated tongue, trying to placate the masses by saying that Nigeria is the capital of poverty or something. I'm not being moved by that. I see him as trying to play to the gallery. I see him as trying to assuage the mind of the ordinary man. I see him as trying to speak to the general public so that he can get their support. That's why I see it.
Then what do you now think the youth should do right now? What can they do to help themselves?
What the youth should do is they should do a replication of what they do during EndSARS. There should be a resolution from the youths that going forward we are engaging this political class. Because if you look at the way it is today, you don't negotiate for power, whether physically or spiritually, you enforce it. So what I'm encouraging the youth to do, when INEC will open the window of registration for voting, they should avail themselves of that privilege and opportunity, come out en masse and register for voting. When the election comes proper, they should ensure that they deploy that strength to vote for youths. For me, if I do not see a youth on that ballot or presidential ballot paper, I'm not voting. Thank you very much.